Hi, in phase 3 of the 0 to 100 Orange plan, we're pushing really hard to keep increasing strength in those primary lifts that we talked so much about in phase 1 and 2. As we move into the final phase of the program, you should be really gathering impressive strength in the core movements like squats, Nordic falls, chin-ups, dips, military press, rows and Bulgarian split squat. All my favorite movements. So they're not the only lifts obviously that you should do, or they're not the only lifts you should ever train, but they are the primary focus in my opinion for anyone who's looking to build a lean, strong, balanced, healthy physique, whether that's for everyday life or for sports performance out on the field. So the supersets on both days for A series, so that's the leg ones, are really unforgiving. They're very tough supersets. You have squats supersetted with Nordic falls, one of my favorite techniques for squats, a massive favorite of mine that's a real strength builder and a real builder of mental toughness is 20 rep barbell squats. So while I'm not a big fan of giving these to clients who train on their own, when they're training in here with me in the gym, a lot of clients will be very familiar with those 20 rep barbell squats. You don't see people do them often because they're so hard. So what I like to do is build up to do your first 3 sets, maybe similar to what we said in the phase 2, 40 kg, 50 kg, 60 kg, then cut the weight down 40 or 50%, so just above half the weight that you were using for your top set, and go for a 20 rep all out set. Really tough mentally more than anything else. And you'll feel yourself exerted in a way that is just completely unfamiliar and not common for people training with weights. They normally associate that sort of fatigue, being out of breath, nearly feeling sick from something like a prowler or cardio-based workouts. On the day 2, the Bulgarian split squat superset with RDLs is a really tough superset. Your glutes will feel like someone's sticking a knife in them by the time the 3 sets is finished. But no doubt, in my mind, I've been able to get people stronger at both exercises at the same time, even though they're supersetted over the course of 4 weeks. So let's say, for example, you start off with 12 kg for the Bulgarian split squat in each hand. Then over the course of the 4 weeks, you might move up to 16 or 20 kg. And at the same time, starting with RDLs, and moving up 20 kg or 30 kg to finish on 70 or 80 kg. So that would leave you doing a top set of Bulgarian split squats of 20 kg in each hand and a top set of RDLs of 80 kg on the barbell, which would be really impressive strength, but something I've achieved many times with the clients who come to my gym inside their first 6 months of training. If you go to the Instagram page, you'll see a lot of the clients when I list out the best exercises or the exercises I use most commonly with them hitting these lifts, whether they're male or female. They're really realistic goals, and this 0 to 100 Orange plan is really based around getting those impressive strength feats in those core exercises. In the B series exercises, which is your main upper body superset, you'll find the chin-ups and dips are still there. Dips is swapped with military press for the females. I do more military press with the barbell. As long as you're military pressing with the barbell for females, the weight doesn't tend to climb all that much, which is fine. If they stay from 20 to 25 kg for military press for 6 to 10 reps throughout the 12 weeks, that's fine. It's really impressive, and they're not going to be adding weight massively to their upper body lifts once they get past that beginner phase where many won't have ever lifted weights before. With the pull-ups on this program, for the men, you should be hitting up towards 20 to 30 reps per session, or even beyond that. Sometimes I even add in some weighted pull-ups. If someone's been hitting 30 to 40 pull-ups per session for a 4 to 6 week period, I'll start adding a heavy top set of pull-ups where you add weight for something like 6 reps. So while that may seem way out of reach while you're watching this video at the start, I promise you it's within the reach of the vast majority of men. Just again, look through the Instagram page and you'll see some of our clients in here who started off with very average strength levels, able to do chin-ups with 16 kg around their waist for 6 reps. These aren't genetic freaks or outliers by any means. They're just normal people who followed a plan and were really consistent with their training and technique over a 12 to 24 week period. And to repeat what I said in the last couple of videos, in phase 1 and phase 2, if you're still on eccentric chin-ups, that's fine. Eccentric chin-ups is probably up there with the most underrated exercises in the gym. Again, like 20 rep sets on the squat, like power raises, and like numerous other lifts, people don't tend to do them often because they're really, really hard. But that's not to say they're not effective. So if you do commit to picking the hardest exercises, that core group of strength builders, your training sessions will be far harder, they'll be far more intense, but you will get so much more out of them in far less time. So the exercises and this whole session should still be taken, including rest, about 40 to 50 minutes. That's how long it takes my clients to train here in the gym. When they're on their own, they do say they take a little bit more time. When you have a trainer pushing you, you don't have the option to take those longer rests, but absolutely to be done inside 60 minutes if you're training alone. A little bit faster if you have a coach or a training partner. You can go you go, I go system, and it moves through it a little smoother and quicker, but don't exaggerate your rest periods. And for something like this, you're not an advanced trainee, never longer than 2 minutes. You're not a power lifter. If you're taking breaks longer than 2 minutes, you're training for something different than just general strength and conditioning. On the C series and D series of this program, you have a shoulder superset on one day, an arm superset on another day. Those isolation work for the shoulders and arms are crucial, and they're all a feature of my programs, no matter what level the trainee is at. If you're a girl that's new to weights, I find that isolation arm work to be so effective in how well you perform your chin-ups, shoulder presses, bench presses and lat pull downs, and not to mention how much it helps chin-ups. So guys tend to love doing arm exercises, but girls, they're really, really important for you too, and you don't have to worry about building much size in your upper arm. No matter how strong you get, building too much muscle in your upper arm just won't happen. So while the A series supersets are really, really tough on both days, the second superset for legs on each of the days isn't that tough in terms of weight or technique. It won't challenge you that much, won't be as hard to perform it correctly, but it should be still a real burner. The hip thrust, the leg presses, they should still really burn the glutes, quads, and fill the muscles up with blood after doing that primary strength work in the A series. To finish up with a final overview of the 12-week 0 to 100 Orange Plan, this program is for building strength, and strength is king in the gym. No matter how much circuit training you do, no matter how many times you feel sick from doing your burpees and sleds and battle ropes and whatever else, no matter how many times you go to the gym and kill yourself on the cardio machine, all those exercises, all those type of programs, all those types of classes will have very little long-term impact on your physique if you're not adding strength in the primary lifts. They might burn a few calories here and there, but if you're not adding strength, you're not going to be changing the shape of your body, and you're not going to be changing how your body performs, moves, and looks long-term. All that is down to how heavy you can lift in the basic lifts and getting your technique bang on. All that comes down to is how strong and heavy you can lift with good technique on the basic lifts. So no matter what your level, don't neglect that primary focus of any strength training program. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this plan, and there's more plans to come.